Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Adhadillah Galwanda Esta. I'm student at State Islamic University of Aden Fatah Palembang, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teaching Sciences English Education Study Program. As usual, on this occasion, I thank with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His presence, which has brought me health and blessings today, so that I can see you again in good health. And I also thank for everyone who has watched my video this time. I was assigned to present the final exam of my lecture at the formal speaking subject. So today we are talking about danger drug for teenager. So what is drug? Several references to the notion of drugs have been made in various media outlets. However, in this paper, we'll only be discussed about the notion of drugs in general. Drugs stand for narcotics and illegal drugs, are certain substances that can affect a person's psychological condition, including thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, as well as cause dependency, both physically and psychologically. The word is often found in the middle of society, both young and old, students or workers. A lot of people are trying to avoid it. The government says certain policies to allow drug trafficking. Law enforcement officials have arrested dealers and drug users of varying age. Still, drug addict rehabilitation centers are crowded with victims of drug abuse, especially students. Drugs seems to be a ghost that is very difficult to eradicate among high school students. If this happens constantly and there is no solution, what is the fate of this nation, which is now in the hands of high school students, the successors of the Indonesian nation? This is the question to be answered immediately with action. So next we will talk about drug abuse and its impact. Drug abuse has a hard impact. In a very small scope alone, namely yourself, it is known that drugs will cause various disorders of the body system. The disorder will interfere with the health of the body of its users. If health problems have been found in high school students who are young and have a bright future to serve the country and become good citizens, how will Indonesia be in the future? This country will be filled with people who are sick of abusing drugs. You can see from the left slide, there was a picture of a man and her facial difference before doing drugs and after doing drugs. Scientifically, drugs will broadly disturb the stability of the human body system because drugs inhibit the production of hormones derived from the brain, so drug users will stop producing hormones that should be produced naturally in the body of drug users. Because not only the hormone system is influential, but the entire performance of the body, this mechanism results in the destruction of the entire human body system. Okay, we will move on to the next discussion about kinds of drugs. What kinds of drugs? The kinds of drugs are divided into four, such as cocaine, cannabis plant, ecstasy, and heroin. So first I will explain about cocaine. Cocaine or coke belongs to a type of drug that is highly addictive and can affect the central nervous system. The medicine made from the extract of the leaves of this coca plant in the form of powder or fine white crystals and can be used by injecting, sucking, or inhaling. Although it can be utilized in some medical procedures, cocaine can be abused for recreational purposes, can trigger the brain to release dopamine and create a sense of joy for a moment. Because the perceived effects are temporary, a person must use cocaine repeatedly to maintain the sensation of joy obtained. This can certainly increase the risk of some health problems, such as depression, faster heart rate, hypertension, increased body temperature, and essential damage, loss of appetite, and malnutrition or anosmia, especially when using cocaine, although the nose, HIV, and hepatitis C. Cocaine is also known to trigger cruel and unpredictable behaviors that can increase the risk of violation of the law. Side effects of cocaine abuse, including heart attack, seizures, and stopping breathing, can occur at any time. In fact, death from an overdose can occur in the first use to cocaine, especially it is used in conjunction with alcohol. So the second is about cannabis plant. Cannabis refers to the leaves, flowers, stems, and seeds for the dried cannabis sativa plant. This type of dust, known as chimeng, is usually used by smoking cigarettes, put into food, or brewed as tea. In some countries, marijuana with certain dosage and content can be used as an additional therapy for some diseases, such as multiple sclerosis or MS, Alzheimer's disease, and Crohn's disease. However, in Indonesia, marijuana is illegal because the rates of health problems far out of these benefits. Cannabis contains psychoactive chemicals that work on the brain and cause changes in the body sensations, feelings, movements, thoughts, and memories. This just makes the user feel happy for a moment, and the sensation is often referred to as high. This psychoactive ingredient and also create addictive effect and are harmful to overall health because they can cause cognitive impairment or thinking power, respiratory disorders, increased heart rate, risk of heart attack, and suicidal thoughts. So the third is about ecstasy. Ecstasy is a synthetic drug derived from amphetamines known for its hallucinatory and stimulant effects or arousing. This type of drug is at high risk of abuse and can lead to dependency. Ecstasy is known to improve mood, energy, appetite, and sexual arousal. However, when this effect ends, ecstasy can provide side effects such as confusion, depression, anxiety, and sleep disorders, thus making the user need an additional dose. In addition, ecstasy can also cause heart rate and blood pressure increase, muscle tension, nausea, blurred vision, dizziness, cold sweat. The effect of excessive ecstasy abuse can increase the risk of more serious health problems such as hyperthermia, heart, and vascular disorders, mental disorders, dangerous impulsive behaviors, and overdoses. The last kind of drug is heroin. Heroin or putau is a type of addictive drug derived from opium poppy. Some drugs that are in line with heroin can be used as pain reliever in some medical cases. However, heroin is included in illegal drugs because it has harmful side effects, is quickly absorbed into the brain, and can make people so addicted that it is difficult to stop. This type of drug comes in the form of white or brown powder that can be used by injecting, inhaling, or sucking. The immediate effect of heroin abuse is a feeling of pleasure and calm. However, after this initial effect, the user cannot think clearly and back and forth feel sleepy and awake. In addition, user can also experience side effects such as difficulty breathing, dry mouth, pupil narrows, nausea, and meanwhile, heroin overdoses can cause users to experience hypotension, blue lips and nails, stiff muscles, convulsions, stopping breathing, and until death. Based on BNN projections for 2019, there are more than 1.2 million drug users who are still in their 20s, 12 until 21 years old. In addition, every year, there are estimated to be 12,000 people whose lives are lost due to drug overdoses. Just imagine, in 6 until 7 years, these students should be able to graduate college as undergraduates, but they instead die from drugs. Calculatedly, the number of people who died from drugs over a period of time reached 84,000. So, what are the solutions to prevent it? Solutions to drug abuse. The risk of drug abuse at various levels, as discussed earlier, demands concerted action that needs to be taken as soon as possible. In this paper, there are several solutions that can overcome drug abuse as described above. So, the first solution that can be implemented and can be quickly applied to the wider community is public service advertising in various media, such as cinemas and social media. The reason for the choice of cinema and social media as a means of spreading the message to prevent drugs is because these two media are media that in the 20th century are very much in demand by students of high school age. Solutions that can be applied to the community are advertising public service in various media, such as cinemas and social media. The reason for the choice of cinema and social media as a means of spreading the message to prevent drugs is because these two media are the media that are in demand by students. In addition to social media, cinemas can also be used to spread message in the form of public service advertisement to avoid drugs. Young people in general like to watch movies because they are considered practical and very meaningful. In addition, cinemas have a certain appeal because the technology inside is so sophisticated that it amazes the younger generation. Because it is only in the cinema that they can feel the tension of film in a unique way, with a booming sound system and a big screen that captivates the eyes. So, with this solution, it is believed that students in Indonesia will be moved not to get involved in drug use. An important note for the implementation of the programs that have been written about is that the program must be implemented consistently. With the consistency of program implementation and maximum care, drug abuse will disappear in Indonesia. Okay, maybe just that. I apologize if there is any mistake in this video. There is also imperfection coming from me as an imperfect being. To Allah I beg to mercy. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.